Before I proceed and make this video any more longer than what it is, let me tell you this. Any racist, weak people with low intellect, exit now. It's good for you. Okay? Because otherwise you're going to start commenting on my video saying all this and that and this and that, trying to gaslight and manipulate, because that's not going to work on Ikram TV. We're here to present the truth. We're here to give you the facts. If you have a weak stomach, then you just blame your ancestors because they raised a weakling. We tell the truth no matter how bitter it gets. If you got the courage to swallow the hard pills, stick around, otherwise exit now. Welcome to Ikram TV. Today is a great day in the history of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, India in general. Today, all the brown people got their independence from the oppressors, the British Kingdom, Empire. So, they came over, invaded, conquered by force, did all of the nasty stuff that anybody else could do in the world to kind people, because I consider most people in the world honest and kind people, just want to get on with life and go ahead from there. So they came in as guests, looted, raped, plundered the wealth there was, murdered, oppressed, enslaved, exploited, did all of the nasty stuff, and in the end called themselves great. That is not great. That's not qualities of greatness. Those are the qualities of pure savagery. So imagine India being such a big gold mine where the British can just come in with all of their guns blazing and everything and just go ahead and loot one kingdom after the other. A country so vast and a country so rich that you could use that money to build the oldest and the most biggest railway network of the world, just to transport treasure from one kingdom to another kingdom, so everything could be siphoned off to the British Empire headquarters, which is England. So after 200 years of all of this nonsense, they were like, okay, you know what? We've looted them enough. So let us go from here, but then let's do something which is going to break these people up and keep them fighting between themselves. Keep them fighting against themselves till eternity. We're going to create so many issues that you guys are going to keep fighting amongst each other all the times. And there is no way of you progressing how you could have done as just one country. So, in plain and simple terms, say you have a guest you let into your house and your three brothers. You let that guest stay in, and this guest is manipulative and gaslighting and all of that, starts to break the relationship you have between yourselves as brothers. And then he starts to gain your trust, and you start to lose faith, hope, love, and respect for each other. And then when this guest goes, well, he loots you first and all of that nonsense, right? He does all of those things. And when he leaves, you guys are all so broken up that you can't even live together anymore. But you cannot go anywhere because you have no money to go anywhere, because all of that was looted and gone. And now you're stuck in a situation where you're like, okay, this is my bedroom. You do not cross the line and not enter it. This is my living room. You do not enter here. This is my kitchen. You do not come here. And you're all fighting against each other for the same thing. And then he's going to come in once in a while and then try to be the mediator, try to be the mediator and say, oh, we can work this difference out, we can work that difference out, and this and that, and then keep playing with you. And you're on a losing streak, never to recover. Okay? So, after 200 years of oppression and all of that nonsense, you leave, they leave. They're like, okay, let's do one thing. Let's go ahead and break this country up. Let's separate the Muslims from the Hindus and, give them a reason to fight amongst each other. Do that and go from there. So you have the big landmass, which is subcontinent India. You break it into 3 parts. You give Pakistan one side, and then you give the rest of the Pakistan. You're on the other side of all of that hostile territory that they need to make way and go to the other side too. Bangladesh, which is what it's called currently, after they fought with Pakistan and separated and said, you know what, we want our own country. So India, Pakistan and Bangladesh keep creating more new issues for them to fight amongst each other. And these idiots to this day still believe that they're all enemies. You're all brothers from the same mother. What's wrong with you guys? Why would you still keep fighting? Can't you see? 200 years of slavery. Didn't that teach you anything at all? How much more dumber can you be? It's ridiculous and disgusting, man. Change your attitude in life. And everybody who helped facilitate the British Empire grow in India, I would call it India because at that time it was still India 200 years ago, to 70 years ago to be precise. There were traitors amongst us. These traitors, they will sell their soul to the devil for a little bit of money. These guys were the ones who were supporting them, becoming their slaves. So you had the police, the military, and all of these, and they were working for the British government and against their own people, against their own family. Like, how low can you become as a human when you have to serve the oppressor who is murdering your own people, enslaving them, looting them at the same time? It's disgusting, man. So if anybody says they were part of that, like my great-grandfather was part of the British regime and he was working, I'm like, man, shut up. What bullshit. You should be ashamed of that and not go ahead and say it. And fast forward to 2022, 70 years on, and these idiots are still celebrating independence like they gained independence from each other. Like India gained independence from Pakistan, Pakistan gained independence from India, and Bangladesh gained independence from both of them. Like, don't you see who the real enemy is? To this day, they manipulate you. This day, they gaslight you. To this day, they create conflicts so that you idiots can keep fighting against each other. How deluded and lost are you? On that note, happy Independence Day, my fellow brown people.